Next up, at UFC Des Moines, we have a Gaston Bolanos taking on Quang Lee. Gaston Bolanos, 8-4 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He's coming off that bounce back win over Cortavius Romy. He's taking on Quang Lee, 8-2 in his career, 3-2 in his last 5. He is looking for his very first UFC win. Gaston Bolanos, solid striker, solid Muay Thai background. He's got good power. He will engage. His claim to fame, both in Muay Thai and MMA, has been spinning back elbow knockouts. He actually said, I saw an interview where he said, I watched Molly McCann get 2 spinning back elbows in MMA, and I aspired to be that good one day. So he went out, he worked on it. He got a couple of spinning back elbow finishes, not quite as many as the great Molly McCann, but he is working towards his dream and following his goal. So good for him. Ultimately, he's a phenomenal striker that is going to need to keep this fight on the feet. If it gets to the ground, he doesn't have like phenomenal jiu-jitsu or anything, but he definitely has some scramble skills, can work his way out. He is coming off that decision win over Cortavius Romeus, where he was taken down 4 times, but he did get 2 of his own, and he controlled the striking. Taking on Quang Lee. Quang Lee's a striker. He's got a Muay Thai stance, a willingness to move forward. He is light on his toes. He's got some solid movement. He'll find his range with kicks. He likes to hang out on the outside of the pocket before creating some chaos to enter it. He's got a few takedowns. They are usually just a backup plan. Overall, he is durable. He is scrappy. He is also sloppy. He's coming off that KO loss to Long Zhao, and I think Gaston wins here. I think Gaston's just too clean of a striker. I think his name is too pretty. I think he's just going to get this done. He's the, what they call him, the budget Ilya, because they look very similar. And yeah, he honestly, that's not an insult. I would say he's close to that. He's like Ilya Taporia somewhat, obviously in looks, but in style, it's that same sort of tight striking, and he'll explode into combinations that he'll set up well. Is he that good? Of course not. But even 75% of that, 60% of that is good enough to win this fight. Gaston Bolanos, a very good high-level striker. I do not see him losing the strike exchanges, and I don't see him getting taken down. Gaston is going to be the pick, and I have a money line bet on him, just straight up money line. I'm pretty confident in him. There's not a lot of value in this card with straight money lines, but I think Gaston is one of those plays. What do you think, Samuel?
Yeah, I mean, Gaston Bolanos, he burned me a little bit last time out. I did play Cortavius Romeus against Gaston Bolanos, and I was expecting him to be able to, control with the takedowns and potentially even find a finish of his own. Gaston Bolanos said, screw all that noise. I'm going to take over here. And he took the limelight for himself. Even though Cortavius Romeus hasn't turned out to be who we would like him to be, I still think that I trust American wrestling more than Vietnamese wrestling. So I'm going to take Gaston Bolanos because if this stays on the feet, he's the more polished, kickboxer in this outing here compared to Quang Lee. So I expect him to be able to get the better of the exchanges. And I actually see him getting a knockout over Quang Lee in rounds 2 or 3 here.
Yeah, I think it could be a fun one. And like I said, there's not a lot of good value on this card. There just isn't. Like a lot of these money lines are minus 250 for sketchy dudes, minus 600 for people you're actually confident in. And Gaston's a guy where it's like, honestly, there is some value in this line. And this line is starting to tighten. It's minus 140 now. It was minus 150 the other day. So for whatever reason, money's coming in on the other side, tightening the line a little bit. I'm fine with it. I think Gaston's going to get it done. So even better value for the people. If you do want to wait, hang out, see what else happens to that line. We have a tool called the Line Movement Tracker. It's going to give you the opening odds for every single fighter. It'll give you the current odds for every fighter. It'll give you the fighter. It'll give you the line movement, the percentage movement between the two, and it will give you the implied probability. And it's honestly updated. You can follow that. You can see where the line's going, so you can wait or you can jump on something before the value is gone. This fight is one that maybe I would monitor. I would use the Line Movement Tracker to keep an eye on it. If Gaston starts to creep back up, hit your bet. If it continues to plummet for whatever reason, just sit back, wait, and see what we have going on. You can unlock the Line Movement Tracker, all the picks, all the bets, Sam's Slam of the Week right now at WeWantPicks.com. It's $10. Such a wild, insignificant amount of money that is tariff-free at WeWantPicks.com. You smirked at tariff-free. Did you hear what Amazon's doing? And you may not because you don't live in the land of
I don't watch the news. Yeah, so...
Well, yeah, and your news is probably censored, and you're not allowed to say things you want to say. It's fine. So what Amazon is doing is for products that have a tariff on them, they're literally showing that. Like it'll say $10, 3 of it is tariffs, just to And it's an interesting strategy because on one hand, it is like, wildly transparent. Like you didn't do that, but tariffs have always existed. They're not new. They've gone up in many situations, but it's an odd thing to do. Ultimately, I think it's because if you go on Amazon, 80% of those electronics are just like cheap Chinese knockoff electronics. 80% of them, the cables, the chargers, all the nonsense on there is all Chinese stuff. And I think Amazon is probably going to get hit more than any other retailer in the world because of all those cheap Chinese products. So there's my
yeah, it makes it makes sense. It makes sense, I guess. It's a little confrontational, to throw the price up there. It's like they're definitely shining a spotlight on it. So
it's interesting. It's confrontation. It could be political, like, hey, look what this administration's doing, or it could just be them trying to justify why everything is so expensive all of a sudden. Because people go to Amazon for convenience and in many cases price. And even if it's the same price or a little more, the convenience is worth it. If all of a sudden, the Pacers won
by 1 point, they were down 6 points as well in the last minute. I got up on the second screen here.
Anyway, so if you show that price, like if I had to raise premium for things outside of my control, I might do something like that. Be like, hey, it's still $10 for me, but the government is forcing me to charge whatever. It's interesting. I saw the people flipping out about that today. Wild move. Wild.